Dangerous secrets and family revelations. Josslyn's WSB journey takes a shocking turn. The walls of secrecy are crumbling in Port Charles, and at the center of the storm stands Josslyn Jacks, a young woman whose determination to seek justice has led her down a path filled with espionage, danger, and unexpected romance. When Carly Spencer discovers the truth about her daughter's double life as a WSB agent, the confrontation is explosive, marking a turning point in multiple relationships. Yet even as Joss and Carly navigate their fractured trust, a revelation is brewing that will shake the foundation of the WSB itself. Vaughn, Joss's handler and growing romantic interest, is actually the biological son of Jack Brennan, and Brennan has known this secret all along. After the devastating loss of Dex Heller, Josslyn sought purpose in her grief, ultimately accepting Jack Brennan's offer to join the World Security Bureau. What began as a quest for justice transformed into a full commitment to the dangerous world of espionage. Brennan recognized something special in Josslyn, a combination of courage, intelligence, and determination that made her ideal WSB material. He recruited her during her most vulnerable moments, offering her a chance to channel her pain into meaningful action. Josslyn's training period was intense and transformative. Under the guise of traveling to Easter Island, she underwent rigorous preparation for fieldwork, learning tradecraft, weapons handling, and the art of deception. Throughout this process, one person remained her constant companion and mentor, Agent S. Vaughn, a seasoned WSB operative assigned as her handler. From their first interaction, the dynamic between Josslyn and Vaughn was electric. He challenged her, pushed her beyond her comfort zone, and recognized her potential even when she doubted herself. During a critical test involving a drop-off at a coffee shop, Josslyn proved her worth by correctly identifying that Vaughn had retrieved classified materials, demonstrating her sharp observational skills. This moment solidified their partnership and mutual respect. As they worked together on missions, including investigating Professor Henry Dalton and going undercover at the Five Poppies resort in Croatia, their professional relationship deepened into something more personal. Posing as newlyweds during their Croatian assignment, the line between their cover story and reality began to blur. When Josslyn saved Vaughn's life by shooting an assassin who attacked him in their hotel room, the trauma bonded them in ways neither expected. The aftermath of that violent encounter revealed Vaughn's gentler side as he comforted a shaken Josslyn in the shower, holding her through the shock of having taken a life. Fans began shipping the pair as Voss, captivated by their chemistry and the partnership dynamic reminiscent of classic spy duos. Their relationship continued to evolve, with stolen kisses and meaningful conversations about their motivations for joining the WSB. While Josslyn was building her new life as a spy, Carly remained blissfully unaware of the dangerous path her daughter had chosen. She believed Joss was simply attending college and occasionally traveling, never suspecting that her trips abroad were actually covert missions. Meanwhile, Carly had grown closer to Jack Brennan, developing romantic feelings for the enigmatic WSB chief. The truth came crashing down when Jason Morgan, having encountered Josslyn during his own mission to Croatia, could no longer keep the secret. Despite promising Joss he would stay silent, Jason's protective instincts toward Carly ultimately won out. When he revealed that Brennan had recruited Josslyn into the WSB and that she had been operating undercover, even posing as a married woman with Vaughn, Carly's world shattered. Carly's initial reaction was disbelief, followed by a volcanic eruption of anger. She felt betrayed on multiple levels, by Brennan, the man she had grown to trust and care for, by Josslyn, who had lied repeatedly about her whereabouts, and even by Jason, who had kept the secret from her. The confrontation between mother and daughter was heart-wrenching, with Josslyn tearfully defending her choices while Carly struggled to understand how her little girl had been pulled into such a dangerous world. Carly's fury toward Brennan was particularly intense. She accused him of manipulating her daughter during her most vulnerable period, of putting her in life-threatening situations, and of betraying Carly's trust by keeping this massive secret while pursuing a romantic relationship with her. The fact that Brennan had allowed Vaughn to develop a romantic entanglement with Josslyn added another layer of outrage. Carly saw this as reckless and exploitative. Despite the criticism and pressure from her mother, Josslyn remained resolute in her decision to continue as a WSB agent. The work gave her purpose, allowed her to honor Dex's memory, and provided an outlet for her desire to make a difference in the world. She had found something she was good at, something that mattered, and she wasn't willing to give it up, not even for her mother's peace of mind. This determination, while admirable, created a deep rift between mother and daughter. Carly couldn't understand how Josslyn could choose a life of constant danger, while Joss felt that her mother was trying to control her and deny her agency. The conflict highlighted the fundamental struggle between parental protection and a young adult's need for independence and self-determination. Through all the turmoil and danger, Josslyn and Vaughn's connection only grew stronger. Working side by side, facing death together, and relying on each other in high-pressure situations created an intimacy that transcended their professional relationship. They understood each other's motivations, fears, and aspirations in ways few others could. Vaughn had always been somewhat mysterious about his past, deflecting Josslyn's questions about why he joined the WSB. He promised to tell her someday when they knew each other better, hinting at goals and motivations that ran deeper than simple patriotism or career ambition. This air of mystery only made him more intriguing to Josslyn, who recognized a kindred spirit, someone else driven by something powerful and personal. As their romance blossomed, whispers began circulating within the WSB about Vaughn's background. Some agents noted the close relationship between him and Brennan, the special treatment he seemed to receive, and the way Brennan had specifically assigned him to handle Josslyn's training and missions. These observations sparked speculation and theories, but the truth remained hidden until now. The revelation comes like a thunderbolt. Vaughn is Jack Brennan's biological son. The mystery of Vaughn's past, his dedication to the WSB, and Brennan's particular interest in his career suddenly make sense through this lens. But the most shocking aspect is not the connection itself, it's that Brennan has known about it all along and deliberately kept this information hidden from Vaughn and everyone else. For Josslyn, discovering that the man she has grown close to is the son of the man who recruited her creates a complicated web of emotions. She must process whether Vaughn's assignment to her was truly professional or if Brennan orchestrated their partnership with some ulterior motive. Was their connection genuine, or was she being manipulated from the beginning? For Vaughn, learning that Brennan is his father upends his entire sense of identity and purpose. Questions flood his mind. Why did Brennan never reveal himself? Has his entire career been influenced by a father he never knew he had? Did Brennan assign him to Josslyn to keep his son close while maintaining deniability? The betrayal of not being told cuts deep, challenging everything Vaughn thought he knew about his place in the WSB. The reasons for Brennan's secrecy are complex. In the dangerous world of international espionage, family connections are vulnerabilities that enemies can exploit. By keeping his paternity secret, Brennan may have believed he was protecting Vaughn from becoming a target. Additionally, revealing the connection could have invited accusations of nepotism, undermining Vaughn's accomplishments and credibility as an agent. Yet these rationalizations ring hollow in the face of the personal cost. Vaughn grew up without knowing his father, perhaps struggling with questions about his origins and identity. Brennan robbed him of the choice to have a relationship with his biological parent, making decisions about Vaughn's life without his knowledge or consent. The parallels to how Brennan manipulated Josslyn's recruitment become uncomfortably clear. Brennan has a pattern of controlling outcomes without regard for how others might feel about his choices. When the truth emerges, the fallout is seismic. Josslyn must decide whether she can trust Vaughn and continue their relationship knowing that their pairing may have been engineered by Brennan. Vaughn must confront his father about years of deception and determine what kind of relationship, if any, he wants with Brennan going forward. And Carly, already furious with Brennan for endangering her daughter, now has additional ammunition against the man who hid such a significant secret. Anna Devane, who has her own complicated history with the WSB and with keeping secrets, may play a role in helping the younger generation process these revelations. As someone who understands the cost of living a life of secrets and lies, Anna can offer perspective on the difficult choices Brennan made even if she doesn't excuse them. Despite the turmoil, Josslyn remains committed to her path as a WSB agent. The revelation about Vaughn's parentage doesn't change her fundamental reasons for joining the organization or her determination to make a difference. If anything, seeing how secrets and lies poison relationships only strengthens her resolve to approach her work and her personal relationships with more honesty and integrity than those who came before her. The question of whether Josslyn and Vaughn's relationship can survive this revelation remains open. They have genuine feelings for each other, forged through shared danger and mutual respect, but the shadow of Brennan's manipulation hangs over them, raising doubts about how much of their connection was authentic and how much was influenced by circumstances Brennan orchestrated. In Port Charles, where secrets have a way of destroying lives, the truth about Brennan, Vaughn, and Josslyn's intertwined fates promises to reshape the landscape of relationships and loyalties. As these three navigate the aftermath of revelation and betrayal, they must each decide what matters most: the mission, the family bonds that were hidden or broken, or the romantic connections that have blossomed in the shadows of deception. The road ahead is uncertain, filled with danger both personal and professional. But one thing is clear: Josslyn Jacks has been forever changed by her journey into the world of espionage. She has found purpose, discovered unexpected love, and learned hard truths about the costs of living a life built on secrets. Whatever challenges lie ahead, she faces them as a woman transformed stronger, more resilient, and determined to forge her own path, even as the people around her struggle with their own hidden truths and painful revelations. Next, we will learn about the electrifying twists unfolding in Port Charles for the week of October 20th, 2025. As the drama intensifies on this iconic soap, longtime fans are in for a roller coaster of revelations, betrayals, and emotional confrontations that promise to reshape alliances and shatter secrets long buried. From unexpected pregnancies to corporate battles and covert operations gone awry, the residents of General Hospital are navigating a web of intrigue that keeps viewers glued to their screens. Portia's shocking secret unravels. Portia Robinson, the esteemed chief of staff at General Hospital, finds herself at the center of a whirlwind dilemma as she grapples with an unforeseen pregnancy that could upend her carefully constructed life. Whispers around the hospital corridors suggest the child might belong to her ex-husband, Curtis Ashford, whose lingering affections have complicated their post-divorce dynamic. Or perhaps to the enigmatic Isaiah Gannon, a charismatic new surgeon whose brief but intense romance with Portia has sparked rumors among the staff. Portia's morning sickness and fatigue are becoming impossible to ignore, especially during a high-stakes shift in the where she fumbles a routine procedure, drawing concerned glances from colleagues like Dr. Hamilton Finn, who notices her pallor and suggests she take a break. Desperate to maintain her professional facade, Portia brushes it off as stress from the ongoing budget cuts at the hospital, but her daughter Trina Robinson, ever the intuitive artist with a keen eye for deception, picks up on the subtle changes during a casual lunch at the Metro Court. Trina, fresh from her latest gallery exhibit inspired by Port Charles' turbulent history, confronts her mother gently, recalling how Portia once shielded her from the pain of family secrets during the Cyrus Renault saga. Portia spins a tale of overwork and vitamin deficiencies, but Trina's persistence uncovers a hidden prenatal vitamin bottle in Portia's purse, forcing the doctor to weigh the risks of confession against the fallout of lies. As Trina delves deeper, she enlists the help of her friend Esme Prince, whose own redemption arc has honed her investigative skills, potentially leading to a family therapy session that exposes not just the paternity puzzle, but also unresolved tensions from Portia's past affair with T.J. Ashford's manor, Tracy's fierce battle against Ronnie. Meanwhile, the Quartermaine matriarch Tracy Quartermaine is locked in a fierce showdown with the seemingly innocuous Veronica Ronnie Bard, a newcomer whose sweet demeanor masks a cunning agenda threatening the family's legacy. Tracy, never one to back down from a fight, has enlisted the sharp-witted lawyer Marco Rios, known for his role in dismantling the Casadini Empire's legal entanglements years ago, to navigate the complex dispute over a contested property deal involving the old Quartermain boathouse. Marco, sipping espresso in his sleek office overlooking the harbor, cautions Tracy that the case could drag on for months due to Ronnie's airtight paperwork, possibly tied to shadowy investors from outside Port Charles. He urges her to rally the Quartermain clan, including skeptical cousins like Ned and a wavering Dylan, by exposing Ronnie's pattern of small-time cons, such as a fabricated charity event that siphoned funds from local artists. Tracy launches a charm offensive at the next family brunch, armed with forged documents and eyewitness accounts from a former associate of Ronnie's in Beecher's Coroners. But she's stunned to discover how deeply Ronnie has woven herself into the social fabric. Ronnie's latest ploy involves sending her grandson Giovanni Gio Palmieri, a budding musician with a gentle charm reminiscent of young A.J. Quartermain, to perform at the Quartermain mansion, where he bonds with Tracy over shared stories of lost loved ones. Gio's heartfelt rendition of a folk tune about family loyalty sways even the most cynical attendees, like Brooklyn, who sees echoes of her own struggles in his tale. This calculated move not only humanizes Ronnie in the eyes of the family, but also plants seeds of doubt, as Tracy's accusations now ring hollow against the backdrop of Gio's genuine vulnerability. As the week progresses, Tracy uncovers a hidden alliance between Ronnie and an unexpected foe, perhaps a disgruntled former ELQ board member, escalating the feud into a full-blown scandal that could cost the Quartermains their waterfront empire. Nathan's relentless pursuit of justice. In the shadowy underbelly of law enforcement, Nathan West's quest to reclaim his badge on the Port Charles Police Department takes center stage, fueled by a burning desire to atone for his mysterious 7-year absence. Nathan, whose disappearance once mirrored the enigma of his late father Frisco Jones, approaches Commissioner Anna Devane with a dossier of solved cold cases from his freelance investigations abroad, hoping to prove his worth amid the PCPD's staffing shortages. Anna, ever the strategic operative with scars from her WSB days, demands a full accounting of Nathan's whereabouts. Did he infiltrate international crime rings in Europe? Or was he entangled in a personal vendetta tied to his twin Maxie's long-ago heartbreak? Their tense interrogation unfolds in Anna's dimly lit office, where Nathan reveals fragments of his odyssey, evading assassins in Prague after exposing a diamond smuggling operation linked to the Jeromes, and forging unlikely alliances with ex-spies like his old flame. Yet, Anna probes deeper, suspecting ties to the elusive pikeman group that has haunted Jason Morgan's world, forcing Nathan to confront painful memories of abandoning his daughter with Liesl Obrecht. As Nathan pushes forward, he shadows a routine patrol with Detective Dante Falconeri, whose fatherly instincts clash with Nathan's rogue methods, leading to a high-speed chase through the docks that uncovers a tip on counterfeit meds flooding General Hospital. This collaboration might just tip the scales in Nathan's favor, but Anna's ultimatum looms: full transparency or permanent sidelining, potentially drawing in Maxie for an emotional reunion that rekindles old flames while testing loyalties in the force. Jason's catastrophic unraveling. Jason Morgan, the stoic enforcer whose loyalty has defined Port Charles for decades, stares down a catastrophe that threatens to dismantle his fragile support network. His trusted confidant, perhaps the ever-reliable Spinelli fresh from a hacking stint in Silicon Valley, delivers devastating news to Carly Spencer at her bustling Kelly's Diner. Josslyn Jacks, Carly's fierce daughter, has secretly joined the World Security Bureau, thrusting her into dangers far beyond college drama. Carly, still reeling from her own entanglements with the feds during the Drew Kane ordeal, storms into Josslyn's dorm room at PCU, demanding explanations amid scattered textbooks and a hidden WSB communicator. Josslyn confesses her recruitment stemmed from a chance encounter with an agent during her internship at Aurora Media, where she uncovered corporate espionage that hit too close to home. The bombshell deepens when Carly pieces together that Josslyn partnered with the elusive Vaughn, a code name for operative with ties to Dex Heller's undercover past, on a mission that skirted Sonny Corinthos territory. Enraged, Carly channels her inner Corinthos fire, marching to the WSB safe house to confront Jack Brennan, the slick director whose charm once ensnared her during a Metro Court gala. Their explosive argument spills into the streets, with Carly accusing Brennan of endangering her family like a modern-day Helena Casadini, while he counters with veiled threats about exposing Carly's own shady dealings in the Quartermain feud. As the dust settles, Jason steps in to mediate, his disaster compounded by the risk of Sonny's wrath if word reaches the mob kingpin, potentially fracturing the Morgan Jacks bond irreparably and pulling in unexpected allies like Sam McCall for a covert extraction plan. Drew's calculated power play. Finally, Drew Kane, the determined congressman with a military precision honed from his presumed dead years, sets his sights on liberating Willow Tate from her marital turmoil with Michael Corinthos. Drew's vendetta against Michael, fueled by the ongoing custody battles and Willow's wavering affections, drives him to orchestrate a meticulous campaign to incarcerate the Quartermain heir on fabricated evidence of insider trading at ELQ. Working late nights in his Capitol Hill office, surrounded by classified files and a photo of Willow from their Metro Court wedding, Drew leaks anonymous tips to the SEC, painting Michael as the architect of a scheme that funnels funds to offshore accounts echoing the scandals that once plagued his brother Jason. As Michael's world crumbles under investigations, Drew swoops in as Willow's savior, offering her a shoulder during a tearful visit to the nursery where their son Wiley plays innocently. Willow, torn between her loyalty to Michael and the spark reignited with Drew during chemotherapy support groups, finds herself drawn to his heroic narrative, especially as he promises legal aid from Old Navy contacts to secure her future. This tightening grip could culminate in a dramatic courtroom showdown where Drew testifies against Michael, unearthing family secrets like the true paternity of Wiley's sibling, ultimately positioning Drew not just as Willow's protector, but as a potential political powerhouse in Port Charles society. With stakes this high, the week of October 20th heralds a new era of shifting powers, where love and ambition collide in explosive ways.